Hey everybody, this is Nat the Project Guy, and I'm here with my lovely wife, and we are going to show you a little bit of an update on the Back to Eden garden. I haven't done a whole lot this year, unfortunately, with my garden, but we're going to get into it anyways, and we'll plant what we can plant, and we'll see where it goes from there. Well, I had a little bit of trouble with my garden this year because I didn't put any kind of cover on it last year at the end of the year. And so it was beautiful at the end, but, you know, it kind of turned into weeds. So let me show you what I've got here, but I'll show you what's going on with it. Anyways, here's some of my tomatoes that I have planted. Most of these are, the big ones here are ones that I bought, and but I do have quite a few here that were volunteers, and I'll show you those here in just a minute. But let me show you these weeds. You see, I've got all these weeds coming up in my garden. I've got about this much here, more of my garden that kind of went to weed. This is Carmen. Carmen's not feeling too good right now. She got into my bee area, and the bees really got to her pretty good, and so she's not doing so good right now, but she'll feel better. She's got some Benadryl, and she'll be okay, right? Anyways, back to Eden garden. These are the kind of weeds that are coming up in the garden, and I'll just kind of show you. I mean, it hasn't really been that bad. I mean, I just pull it right up, shake the dirt out, the good stuff, toss it aside. Carmen sniff it, chew on it if she wants, and so it kind of goes that way, and just pull it right up. That was a piece I'd already pulled up. Got these beautiful marigolds that came back from last year, so we'll just weed right around them. As you can see, it's just totally easy to just pull this up and weed it. The dreaded grubworm. Most people don't like grubworms, but these little dudes right here eat wood, and they break down all of these beautiful wood chips in my garden and turn them into wonderful soil. So I love them. I'll keep them around. There you go. So you can see how quickly, just by hand, you can go through and weed. And then, as you can see over here, I've just been taken from my wood chip pile over here and throwing them into the garden, and it just covers it up nice and beautiful. And let's see, as you can see right here where I was digging out, hi Carmen, you can see that this is just beautiful soil underneath here. I mean, this is just all broken down wood chips, and it's just wonderful. I love it. The plants love it. Everything is just so happy in the garden. Yeah, back to this. So, in a matter of just a few minutes, with just by hand, you can pull out those weeds and let your good plants survive. Doesn't take very long at all. But that's pretty much it there. All of these guys right here, I've been going along and cleaning out, mostly by hand because I don't want to miss out on these. These are all volunteers from last year. If you look right down this row, I got all my buckets from where I was kind of pulling them out and putting them back in here. But all the way down this row, these are volunteers. I got some in buckets still. And Carmen, you're being more trouble than you're worth, baby. If you look right here, I've got some more plants here that are coming up, and this right here is a watermelon that I found. And let's see, you'll come with me through the weeds. See this part right here, I still yet have to weed up, but that's okay. It won't take very long at all. And I come on both sides because I don't want the weeds coming into the garden this way. So I've got more tomatoes over here. They're just everywhere. That one just lost a leaf. I don't know if that one will survive, but that's okay. And this one over here, if you look, this is a really pretty one that I just discovered the other day. It was in my peas, and I was pulling out the peas, the seeds that I'm going to use for this next fall. And you know, there's a tomato plant, so hopefully I can get some tomatoes off of it. But I've got some squash and okra over here, and you know, I've got a whole bunch of seeds that I've yet got to plant here, and so this is pretty much it. So this is my update. It's not the perfect thing, but in my opinion, if you don't do anything, then you don't get anything. So I'm gonna plant, and whatever comes up, and whatever I can eat, and if the rest doesn't mature, then that's okay. It'll go back and it'll bolster my soil for next year, and you know, we'll start off again. We'll try to get it done a little earlier next year. I mean, July, I really should have had everything in, but that's okay. We'll go with what we can. If you look over here, I've got some garlic that's in seed. I figured I'd just let it go to seed because I've never seen garlic go to seed before. But you can see they are beautiful. They're a little bit not as purple as they were just a few days ago. But wow, I mean they are really neat. And the bumblebees, they love them, and the honeybees. I hope I don't get any garlic tasting honey out of this thing, but it's probably not enough here to get that. But as you can see, the bumblebees, they come and they pollinate, and I've never grown garlic from seed, but hey, we'll give it a shot. Speaking of garlic, this right here is a wild garlic, and I've been collecting these. This is a really small one, teeny tiny one. In fact, that might be wild onion. I think this is wild onion. I don't have as much wild onion here, but anyways, I've been collecting those and putting them in my shed and letting them dry out, and I'll use them in my cooking and whatever else. They smell like garlic, they taste like garlic, so figure I'll use them. They're free. And anyways, this is my project for now, and I'm gonna sign off for now. But I would like to say to you, if you have a desire to do something, try a new project, try something different. And you know, maybe that one thing that you hadn't gotten around to doing, just go for it. Just start it and see where it takes you. Okay, that's all for now. Thanks.